This video is focused on helping you as the group leader keep your support group safe. We will cover the concept of safety, triggers, grounding exercises, the crisis management worksheet, and dealing with a crisis in and out of group. Let's get started. Meetings are most likely to run smoothly when group leaders are prepared. Group leaders should take time before, during, and after meetings to ensure that the environment, conversation, and structure of the meeting align with the standards of Finding Hope support groups. Our first priority is safety. If a survivor doesn't feel safe, it's hard for change to happen. We want to ensure that these support groups are safe places for survivors to learn from each other and gain strength from the group. Dr. Lisa Najovitz of Harvard Medical School states, even though the trauma may have occurred long ago, participants treat themselves in ways that repeat it, ignoring their needs and perpetuating pain. This is why it's vital that safety is one of the first steps to long-term healing. Safety also includes being mindful and supportive of one another. Let's talk about what it means to be triggered. A trigger is something that sparks a memory and reminds a person of a traumatic event. Something occurs that initiates a trauma response. Triggers are unique to each person and their specific trauma. They are most often activated through the 5 senses. Sights and sounds are most common triggers for people. Triggers can be seemingly harmless events, but they cause intense emotional and physical reactions in a survivor. This is because the brain connects the trigger with a past traumatic event or events. A trigger can make a person feel overwhelmed, intensely anxious, or cause them to dissociate from their environment. It's the role of group leader number 2 to watch the body language of the group participants to see if they're showing signs of being triggered. Grounding techniques can help group members come back to the here and now. In the meeting script, we have a variety of grounding techniques for your group to choose from. This helps everyone transition from the emotions they've been feeling during the meeting to the real world. It makes sure they are in a grounded and present state before they leave. We've created a crisis management worksheet that you should fill out prior to leading your first group. This worksheet includes places for you to write down contact information for your local crisis hotline or a local shelter. It also helps you be prepared to offer resources if the need arises. Please remember that you are not a therapist, and we do not expect you to fill that role. Sometimes unforeseen situations may occur within group. Although we want you to be prepared, we also understand that each circumstance is unique and different. When handling a crisis, please remember that you're the group leader for a reason. You can do this. The following are suggested steps when dealing with a crisis, but please feel free to adjust them according to your judgment and intuition. Read the safety statement. Let's pause and make sure we all feel safe. Try a grounding exercise. Grounding exercises help participants remain in their present state and can help to de-escalate a potential crisis. Dismiss the group. First, offer the person of focus an opportunity to leave or remove themselves from the situation. If they refuse, dismiss the group to ensure the safety of the group and the individual. Call emergency number. In the U.S., it would be 911. If you feel that you are not able to safely handle a crisis, please call the emergency number for your country and allow trained professionals to handle the situation. Self-care. After a crisis, you may find that you're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, or triggered. It's important to take time to practice self-care. Once a situation has been resolved, give yourself the time to process what has happened in a healthy way. Group leaders are not required to go through all the steps in order. Circumstances may arise where leaders need to skip directly to step 4. If a crisis occurs outside of group, it can be difficult to know what to do first. If the crisis is communicated through a group text, there may also be some challenges within the group in dealing with the situation. Maintain boundaries. It's important in a crisis situation that you remember to hold healthy boundaries and remain calm. You need to recognize what you can do and can't do in these situations. Do not risk your own safety or healing. Reference the 5 strategies. The 5 strategies to reclaim hope are important tools you should use in these situations. Oftentimes, power through surrender and awareness are 2 strategies that can help the group leader and the group deal with a crisis that occurs outside of group. Provide your resources. Someone in crisis needs to be able to take advantage of resources that are designed to meet their needs. Connecting that person with resources helps them to begin to build their support network. For resources outside of the U.S., please check with local authorities. Remember, if a situation is life-threatening, feel comfortable calling 911 or the emergency number in your country. Use self or group care. Once a crisis subsides, take time to take care of yourself using a grounding technique or strategy. Encourage members in the group chat or Facebook page to use grounding techniques that work best for each person. At your next group meeting, acknowledge the crisis situation with the group before you start the script. Follow up. You can send positive messages that they may or may not respond to. Don't feel like you need to stay in constant contact. Maintain your boundaries. Thank you for your willingness to be a group leader for Finding Hope support groups. We hope this video helps you feel more prepared to help ensure the safety of each of the members of the group.